Welcome to this conversation on leadership. And I believe I have the authority to speak on this subject because I've been a leader. I've been a marketing manager, a sales and marketing manager, a sales customer service and marketing manager, a brand manager, a company operations manager. I have been a leader of a department in a university. I have led a faculty in a university. And therefore, what I'm telling you is not theory, I'm telling you things that are practical, things that I have practiced. And because I've been a leader for many years, I put all what I have seen, all what I've experienced in leadership in this book. Dissecting the Heart of Leadership. This book is practical, it's not theoretical. Sometimes people write books and, they just paraphrase what others have said. This is a practical book, the things that I have seen, the things that I have done. And I believe I've been a good leader. And those that I have led can actually comment and say whether I've been a good leader. I believe I've been one. Why do I think so? Because where I've led before in the private sector, some of them have become CEOs of companies and they give me work to train for them, And of course, others have told me that I have touched their lives. So I'm not just talking to you to buy this book. No, I'm not talking to you just for the sake of it. I am talking to you about leadership because I have been there. I have seen where leaders mess. I have seen what makes leaders succeed. If you've not bought a copy of this book, you need to make a call 0776 045 087, or you simply go to marymugo.shopyangu.com. Get yourself a copy. It's only Kenya shillings 1,500 for a hard copy, including delivery to where you are. And if you want a digital copy, it's just 1,000 shillings. Thank you so much to you who has already bought a copy of this book. I say thank you to over 100 people who have bought this book for the last 2 months. God bless you. I hope the book is making a difference in the way you lead, the way you see things, because this book is to make you a better leader. Now, allow me to talk about power today, because I've discovered in my leadership journey for many years, I've discovered sometimes power can get into a leader's head, Sometimes people can misuse the power that they have. And you see, leadership and power are related. Now, when you talk about power, you're talking about the ability to cause an effect in people's behavior. Remember, I've said before here that you don't need to hold any position to be a leader. No. But if you hold a position, it is expected that you exercise leadership. So, as a leader, you need to ask yourself, am I able to cause an effect in the behavior of others? And as a leader, as someone who owns a position, you need to understand you either have formal power or informal power, Formal power is where you have what we call legitimate power, just the power that you have because you hold, a position. And in leadership, if you have power because you hold a position, basically we say that you have authority. But having authority and exercising authority is not necessarily that you are exercising leadership. So it is possible that you have a big position, but actually you don't exercise leadership. There are people who are just, they just hold a position, do all what they are told to do, but they never exercise leadership. The question you need to ask yourself is, if you're a leader, have I caused any positive behavior in others, or am I just there, and I have a position? So you can have legitimate power, you can have reward power. No, reward power is where you have the power to, withhold rewards. You can promote someone, you can add someone salary bonus, Or do you have coercive power? Coercive power is where you are using force to make things done, you know. Have you had this kind of leaders who tell you, hey, the boss has said we have to do it? You are simply not exercising leadership, you know. You can't use coercive power and think you're leader, you know. You put things, you know, ile inaitwa na Wakenya, yani unafinyilia watu chini, unaambia I'm the boss around. It is final. The boss has said. That is not leadership. You're simply, you know, exercising authority. By the way, if you hold a position and you're fond of using coercive power, you are one of the worst leaders there can be. Because, I mean, how do you influence people's behavior by using force? You're simply not a leader. You can also, you know, have power because of what we call in leadership personal power. You know, personal power is where you exercise power because you are an expert in your area, because of your own personal traits or characteristics, what we call, you know, personal power. So, or sometimes you can even exercise power because you have information. And by the way, there are some of you who are watching me here today, and you are fond of withholding information so that you can look powerful. That is not right. You can't you can't lead people by withholding information. It is called information power. If you want to read about leadership and power in this book, it is in page 127. You know, it will tell you all those types of power. But I want to tell you something here. Leaders use personal power. Leaders who influence you because they have, you know, expert power. Influence you because they have referent power. You know, referent power is when people admire you, they admire the way you do things, and they just want to, you know, they respect you for that. The referent power. Leaders use personal power, expert power, and referent power. And you can get all that in this book. So make that call, 0776 045 087. And get a copy. We deliver where you are through courier. As I finish, if you are a leader, try as much as possible to use referent power and to use expert power. Don't use the organizational or what we call the formal power too much. You know, where you are like, I'm the boss, mutadu. You know, and by the way, if you're a leader, you need to ask yourself, this power that I have, what am I using it for? You see, leaders don't use power to benefit themselves. See, some of you are leaders and the only thing you do is to use that power to benefit yourself, to dish things to your relatives, to your friends, you know. And you don't even care what affects your members. You know, that's not leadership. You cannot be a leader and you don't care about what your members are going through. And by the way, when I talk about power getting into people's hands, it is for everyone. You are looking at me, you have a position, whether in your organization, in a union, wherever. Don't allow power to get into your head, because when it does, you stop caring about the people that brought you to power. You stop caring about anybody else. And let me say this, if something doesn't affect you, doesn't mean as a leader, you should allow other people to do it. You see, as a leader, you should only allow your members to do what you can do without complaining. In other words, can you lead from the front? If you're telling us to do something as a leader, can you do it yourself without complaining? If the answer is yes, then we will be convinced as followers or as members. So leadership and power is very important. And you can get all that in my book. Because, you know, power, I have heard people say that, you know, power corrupts people, you know. And also don't fear to, you know, to relinquish a possession, you know. When power gets into people's head, they don't even want to relinquish a possession. That's where you hear about dictators. That's where you hear people have refused to hand over power. You must be able to understand being a leader does not mean you hold any position. But if you hold any position, exercise leadership. You know, other than writing books, I am also a consultant in matters strategy, governance, and management. So if you're looking for a consultant, give us a call, 0776 045 087. Other than the leadership book, I've written another 3 books which I want to introduce to you here. There is this book, Growing a Business Empire. The foreword is by Dr. Manu Chadaria. This book is good for you if you want to understand leadership succession. How do you, do your succession planning, succession timing, successor commitment. Who should succeed you? This is the book for you. Kenya shillings, 1,500. And then I have this book, very, very good book if you're working anywhere, How to Thrive and Influence Your Workplace. This book is good for you because this book will tell you how to handle toxic people, how to handle difficult people, how to handle people who are manipulators. And as I said, these books are practical. I have been there. I have been a leader, a manager of big organizations. I have come across extremely toxic people. I have come across extremely difficult people, extremely manipulative people, and I have managed them well. I walk with my head high because I know I am a good leader. That is why I've put all this in writing. Get a copy of this book, 0776 045 087. And of course, my first book, The Winning Strategy. Get a copy from Jumia or from Amazon. I don't have any hard copy with me, but if you go to Jumia, you'll get a copy, or Amazon. The Winning Strategy. This is about strategic planning. Right. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you because without you being here, I'll be talking to myself. So santi sana, Mungu awabariki. Remember to like this video, share it, and ensure you buy a copy of any of my books, marymugo.shopyangu.com. Buy a friend a gift, buy your boss a gift, buy your spouse a gift. God bless you.